The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 36. Nasdaq's off 2. S&Ps are down 2. We have the gold contract up $5.90, trading at $12.28. Silver's up 3 cents at $15.22. The oil market's down $1.25 at $38.17. Notes 10-year up 4 ticks, 129.17. 30-year up 7 ticks, 163.24. And good old King Dollar down 30 ticks at 95.91. Janet Yellen.
I heard. I was listening to your update. I was reading your newsletter. 12:20.
12:20. So check this out, folks. Okay, you know this is pretty wild. So I met Mr. John Logan when he was on this morning, right? Bottom line, great show, by the way. Okay, and don't forget Monday, Wednesday, Friday we start programming 8 o'clock in the morning. Tuesday, Thursday, 7 o'clock in the morning. Get it right on your cell phone at TFNN.com and then just hit Tiger TV. So if we go over to the gold contract for a second and we take a look at gold, what you're going to see is this. Is that what happens inside when Yellen does speak, and I can't find where that the speech is out yet. So
okay.
The speech today, folks, is at the New York Economic Club. So it's not like it's a Fed meeting, okay? But the New York Economic Club is a powerful club, and normally she's going to reiterate something that's already out there.
Yeah.
So this morning, when John's on, right, I'm looking at this gold contract, and if you see this, now if you want to see something that's subtle, that's really cool, what you're going to see is that the first buy came in. Did I buy it at 7:30? No, I hadn't bought it at 7:30 yet. I bought the inside the Nadex at about 8 o'clock, I believe. But what happened is that it was at 8:30. If you see it at 8:30, what happened is that 1,800 contracts come in, and if you look at it, the Bloomberg, that doesn't look like a lot because so much came in after that, but that was a lot at that point. It was like, okay, man, that is pushing a swing point and pushing it with volume. So when I was looking at that, I was saying, okay, it's normal that the speech comes out and people get hold of the speech, right? Well, I can't find the speech, but make a long story short, it's going to be intriguing to see what does happen at 12:20, because right after that, you can see what ended up happening is that someone came in a large way inside the gold market.
Yeah.
That's 6,700 contracts that came across at 9 o'clock. You know, gold goes from 12.20, was that 12.22 to 12.30?
Yeah.
You know, now it's back down. It's back down to 12.26, and the sell was pretty good too. You know,
right.
So we'll see where that shakes out. But I thought that that was pretty wild watching that whole thing shake out.
Yeah, some action there.
Big time. Now, one of the folks, if you haven't checked out the Tiger's Den, great time to do it. You know, you can test drive it 30 days absolutely free coming over to TFNN, because Gator inside the Tiger's Den just reminded me that make sure that we watch the VIX a couple minutes before the speech. Now, do you remember that when the person called?
What happened?
One of our Tigers called, and we had brought it up, and we couldn't go back that far. We could go back to in the last Fed meeting. Now, this wasn't just the speech. It was actually the Fed meeting and the statements, right? What had ended up happening is that approximately a minute and a half before the announcement came out at 2 o'clock, right, a huge order was executed inside the VIX option market. It was thousands of contracts. And what we were trying to figure out is that, did that happen prior to that?
Prior to it coming out? Or was that as somebody saw what was going to be?
Well, we know it happened that time because we could see it. What we couldn't see, I couldn't bring it back far enough that it happened every quarter.
I got you.
So that's what we wanted to watch out there today, which is going to be pretty cool. And not that, hey, we'll find out.
See what happens around noon, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, because the, volatility out here is, you talk about in spades, man. It's pretty intense. We had Europe closed, okay, which makes sense that Europe opens up. We see where this shakes out. thus far in the markets, I mean, this thing opened a lot lower. And if we take a look at this, the E-minis, yeah, she came right off that bottom. I mean, not that much, I guess 5 points, but 5 points is 5 points, right? Opened up down at 2019, and we're at 2025.
For sure. 5's 5, right? No,
Yeah, no,
there's,
and coming up to, what was intriguing also is that overnight, what ended up happening is that you had, what are the two separate companies come out and are saying that, there it is right there, BlackRock and PIMCO are both warning investors to seek investor hedge.
Warning about inflation.
Right. Now, being a gold bull, right, I love to see something like that, but when you actually read into it, what happens is this, right, is that, I mean, when you have large operators, which they are,
of course,
in the business, they're pushing their products.
I knew that was coming, no matter what. Yeah.
No, do you know what I mean? I was elated when I saw it. Then I said, okay, let's look and see what it's saying. And in both cases, folks, they have inflation-related bonds. That's what they're looking at, inflation-linked bonds. But they have in there gold too. We like inflation-linked bonds and gold as derivatives. New York-based BlackRock.
I mean, they have so many products. They can always push you one way or another. So there's some truth to that, saying, buy our products, just buy these products.
No, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's gold bull. It's a beautiful thing. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow right now down 43. Nasdaq's off 2. S&P's are down 4. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow right now down 37. NASDAQ is flat. S&Ps are down 3. You have the NQs just went positive. The small caps had gone positive. Gold's up 520. And, you know, if you come over to TFNN, folks, and you take a look at the, hit the Everbank banner, what you're going to see is, how did I just do that? You're going to see the Market Safe CD.
Yeah, this one we're talking about is the Commodity Solution CD.
Right.
We got 8 different commodities going in there, 12.5% for each commodity.
Each commodity.
And it's the same deal that, you know, we've talked about these products before, whether we had one that they were doing for gold.
Right.
Where your principal is protected. You know, it's FDIC insured. It's a 5-year CD, annual pricing, so they have 70% of the upside potential.
Right.
And that's on annual pricing dates. You know, so we were just talking about what's nice about that. You know, in one of the gold ones that they did not recently, but a while ago that finished up, you know, gold was actually down from where it initiated, but because the annual pricing dates are locked in,
right.
Let's say it's, you know, up huge 2 years in a row, and then it's down 1 year, well, you have 2 positive lock-ins of annual pricing that you have that then is averaged over the 5-year life.
Exactly. So what happens, folks, is this, is that it's a $1,500 minimum. You know, it's a CD product. What the difference is that when I was doing this, I was telling Tom when I was doing this yesterday that if you look at a 5-year treasury, which would be the safest, I don't like using that word, but that would be the safest investment you can make, a U.S. treasury, that would yield you $1,700 in 5 years. What you'd be doing on a 5-year CD like this, and you'd be saying, okay, you know you get your principal back.
So what principal are you talking about for that type of earning? You didn't say. No.
I just
a random like.
Oh no, I
100,000
did.
or something.
I did.
Yeah, I'm sure you have to.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I did. I think I took. I don't know. Sorry.
It might make sense because that would be like 1.7%, right? So maybe $100,000.
Yeah, maybe that's what I did, or maybe I did 10. Yeah. Okay. I'll do that. I'm sorry.
But no, it's a small. I thought you were just going to be able to.
No,
maybe
125.
I don't know.
I
you
did.
Got a lot of numbers,
That's what I did.
That's an important part of the.
Yeah, that's a great part of it. Exactly. The bottom line.
Well, I mean, that's what people are going to look at in this product.
I mean,
just stay with it though for a second, because the number doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in the context that people understand what their options. Their options are, you know, you go get a U.S. Treasury, you get that small interest rate that's guaranteed, your principal's protected, or you do something like this where. Worst case scenario, you get your principal back. So your opportunity cost is maybe you've missed that guaranteed 1 to 2 to 3%, whatever that market falls on, right?
Exactly.
So what would you rather have right now? And that's what you just have to decide. Would you want to guarantee yourself that 1 to 2 to 3%,
right? Or
do you want to say maybe I'll forego that potential,
right,
and have the opportunity if these 8 commodities combined go up over the 5-year span for 70% of that.
And what's cool is this, folks. So picture this repricing every year, as Tommy just said, is a big deal. The reason being is that you're smoothing the returns out in 8 separate commodities. You know, I happen to be a commodity bull right now because, you know, commodities are going to get killed.
And just going over it, right? Crude, gold, silver, soybeans, corn, sugar, copper, nickel.
Right.
So 8 of them, 12.5%.
And what happens is this. So one of the close dates, I believe it's about
not one of them. I think there's no guarantee. You know, it's April 14th.
April 14th. Yeah. And so then they price it out. I believe April 21st. That's the initial value date.
Yep.
And then what ends up happening is that every year.
And they vary by a day. You know, depending on when they fall. I'm sure, but they're priced every year.
And that's when they get priced. So let's picture that. Whether sugar, you know, is up 20%, you know, nickel could be down 5%, whatever that is. That price will be locked in that year, 1 year from that date. That's what you're locked in at. And you can't make more than 70% in 1 year, which is unheard of anyway, really. You know, I mean, that would be pretty intense. But
your upside is capped at 70%.
Your upside is capped at 70%. Yeah. So if you have money that you're putting in CDs, folks, take a look at it. And you get plenty of time to open an account because the funding deadline is April 14th. And the minimum amount is $1,500. So.
And going back, the phone number, just to make sure, 855-750-4051, or just go to everbank.com/TFNN.
Yeah.
But give them a call because they have bright people on the other end of the phone, and they can walk you through, I'm sure, that type of investment vehicle. Maybe you have questions, exactly how that math works out. They can walk you through it.
Right. They're pretty creative, man.
I tell my friends off the air in personal texts about this because people are not aware. I mean, we were barely aware. We've worked with Everbank enough to be aware of them.
Right.
But to have your principal protected and have possible upside tied to number of different things.
That's the big deal.
And it's not like you have a 10% participant in the market. You have 70% of the upside. That's a big number, especially when you talk about the volatility that are in commodities right now.
Totally, man. Yeah. And what ends up happening too, folks, is that you don't want to be trading commodities unless you have a high risk profile and can lose everything.
And that speaks to volatility, right?
It does. Yeah, it does. Do you know what I mean? It just, it's so funny because when I'm out sometimes, people say, "What do you do?" I say, "Well, you don't want to know what I do, man, because I don't want to get you in that deal."
Is that what you say?
If they get serious about it, if they say they're going to go quit their job, I do. That. I do it in a second. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like everyone wants to do it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, great. go on the gold bandwagon, man. You get whipped around so many times you won't want to see straight. The S&Ps, it really doesn't matter. But
I'm just going to put a chart up in the den. I think the den was just acting up a little bit. There you go.
So let's go over and take a look at the inside the NDX 100 and see what's moving it out here, because that came back pretty quick today. So you got, is that Activision? Yeah, Activision is up 74 cents. That's the leader. TripAdvisor is number 2. That's up $1.39. Electronic Arts is number 3, 130. So games must be going big, right? Because that's Activision, Electronic Arts. Lamb Research is up $1.41. Now, taken away from it is that eBay. That's down 68 cents. You got Skyworks down 183. BMRN is down 184, and Vertex Pharmaceutical is off 169. I wonder if that the Oculus came out yesterday.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's what the deal is with Activision and...
Yep, that's possible for sure.
Inside the Dow Industrials, what you have is that Home Depot is the leader out here. That's up $1.21. Apple is number 2 at 90 cents. McDonald's is up $1, and Microsoft is up 42 cents. Taken away from it is a Boeing down $2, 3M off 242, Chevron down 94, and DuPont off 56. We go with a Lennar. I believe Lennar came out with numbers. They came out with big numbers last night, or this morning actually. So Lennar is a huge home builder.
Q1 profit surges on new orders.
Yeah, 47.81. What Lennar was so smart about is that they bought when this downdraft was hitting. So watch how this worked. This is pretty amazing. The large builders, what had happened, folks, is this. The large builders in 2007 had huge amounts of inventory, and they were trapped like rats. Okay? Lennar was one of the first ones to realize how trapped they were, right? And what they did, they immediately sold all their land off. I remember when this was happening, I said, wow, these guys, this is like a bad trade. Immediately sold everything off. Well, what they probably knew, which none of us knew. I certainly didn't know. Yeah, you stay right there. We'll talk about this when we come back, because this is
that was
pretty,
a nice teaser.
Well, it was pretty wild. We're going to be right back, folks. Dow right now is down 31. Nasdaq's up 3. We're going to be right back. If you're looking to discover a new financial resource and diversify your financial portfolio, consider the new Market Safe Commodity Solution CD from Everbank. This 5-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD gives you exposure to 8 equally weighted commodities, including WTI crude oil, gold, silver, copper, nickel, soybeans, corn, and sugar, in one powerful CD. With annual pricing caps of 70% per component, you could earn up to 70% upside payment at maturity if the commodities increase in value across annual pricing dates.
And should the opposite occur, your principal is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this indexed CD. Don't miss out. Take advantage of this financial resource designed to grow with the times. The April 14th funding deadline is quickly approaching, so hurry over to everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. Once again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 37. Nasdaq's up 3. S&Ps are off 350. Gold's catching a little bit again. We'll see whether they can get over that 1230 area. We're at 1229. Now, we were talking about Lennar. So what Lennar did was this. And they're huge in California and huge in Florida. I mean, I know down where we are, the more that you go, let's see, the Estero area, which is west. Southwest. Okay.
Like west of here is...
No, it's the water. You're actually going more south. What they did, folks, is this. They sold off just acres and acres and acres of land, okay, very quickly. And they took a huge loss on it, okay, but that's what they did. And then what ends up happening is this, is that, of course, the other home builders that were buying it thought they were getting a deal because they didn't think it was going to downdraft that dramatically. Yes. Bottom line is that they sold off. And then what ended up happening, and I'm sure many of you folks know this because you could grab money back also, is that the government changed the law and the regulation as to how much you could grab back. Corporations at that point could only grab back 3 years of profits.
Using losses to offset profits.
Using losses to offset profits. Okay. Well, they changed that you could grab back 5 years.
Okay.
And what happened immediately is that these home builders, because they had made so much money and paid so much in taxes, got literally over $1 billion back on real cash.
Sure.
What does Lennar do? Lennar goes on a buying spree and buys back many of the same properties they sold.
At a cheaper price. Sure,
oh my God, at a wicked cheaper price, right?
Yeah.
And you know, the bottom line is that's why you'll see them making more money. Because if you dig it, I dug into those numbers this morning.
Okay.
You know, so that was the other side of it. They're making so much money because they paid so much less for the land, and now, of course, the land is worth money again.
Sure.
You know. So, I know it's pretty intense, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense. I couldn't imagine the amount of land, I guess you could imagine, the amount of land they own, because the only way that they can build houses is own land. That's what it comes down to. And it's like, okay, when the land's gone, what are they going to do?
Right.
You know?
That's what they need.
That's what they need. They need land, man. If we go over, let's go take a look. Let's go take a look at that gold contract, because what we do have is that the first expansion up had some good juice in it. It's going to be testing this expansion up. We just tested it. It's going to need more volume to get up and over that level. You know, we just went from when at 940 it had gone back down to 1223 or 1229. The high for the day is 1230. We'll see whether they can launch it. They'd have to build some cars up here. You know, that's going to be a tough thing to get up and over in the first leg up. Because that's a good expansion. Man.
Oh, for sure. No, I'm just looking at it, yeah.
That's a good expansion. You know, what I'd like to see is I'd like to see silver follow it up. Silver's the one that's dragging everything down, man.
That doesn't make you happy, does it? Tell
Well,
silver to get
you know what? It's one of these points I'm almost getting fed up with silver. You know? That's what it's coming down to. But let's see what it looks like out here. See, silver even couldn't catch the second bid.
Yeah.
It caught the first bid and couldn't catch the second bid. You know? But as we get up into this 1220, what's going to be really intriguing is that, you know, I'm trying to figure out, you know, what exactly would be on the agenda. All I could figure is that the biggest part that would move markets and move those commodity markets is that her saying flat out that, well, we think the economy's softer than we thought at the last meeting.
Yeah, and the last meeting was, what, 2 to 3 weeks ago?
Yeah,
Not long ago,
like,
right. So I'm not sure, you know, there would have to be a dramatic shift for her to purposefully try and convey something.
There would, exactly. And that's my point. That's like if she did that, the markets, the commodity markets would take off beyond belief, because it'd say, why are you saying this now when it was only 2.5 weeks ago that you just come out and said, well, listen, you know, we think things are, you know, a little soft, but they were really blaming it on the world versus the United States, you know, also, you know. So if we go take a look at the interest rates still in the world, we got, they're still low. France is at, if we look at, this is the 10-year, France is still at 0.5%. Germany's at 14, that's 0.1%. Let's say 0.2. 1.5. My God, that's pretty sick. Italy's at 1.2. We're at 1.8.
Sorry, go back to Germany. What were you,
Here it is. Here it is right here.
Yeah, what were you saying it's at?
I'm not sure.
That's like 0.1%.
Yeah.
Okay.
0.1%.
That's not a half.
No. No. France is at a half. 0.1% Germany is. That's pretty amazing, man. Imagine giving you well, you know, I heard an economist on that is making a case that interest rates going negative, the Fed making them go more negative, is nothing different than basically a rate hike, a rate cut. You know, and I can understand exactly what he's saying. You know, it was pretty cool actually understanding in that context. And you were kind of bringing that up about a month ago when I says I can't believe negative rates. I said why can't you?
I was going to bring it up again.
Yeah, no, you did.
For the amount of time you hit up ATMs where you pay a $3 fee.
Right.
For your personal use, you're definitely paying a dealing with a negative rate right now. It's just that they do a great job of marketing it to you that you don't even realize.
Yeah, of masking it. So right. No doubt.
It's quite a trip.
No doubt. So let's go over and take a look at these bonds, because there's still a disconnect on the bond market. And this is what's going to be wild. And what I mean by that, folks, is this, is that if, in fact, you know, the Fed's going to be, you know, dovish, well, these bonds should go higher, and they haven't been able to catch a bid. You know? So that's one of the wild cards that are out there. You know, it just may be that there's so much buying inside the S&P itself that, you know, bonds will say, okay, S&P's going higher, I'm going to go lower until that S&P gets up to the highs, and then say, okay, now I'm willing to switch around. We go over to that dollar. So the dollar, still pretty weak volume. You know, there's not much action in this dollar. It's more, what we do have is that we almost have more volume today than we did all of yesterday, though. But still, 10,000 down is not a big number.
It's been a little tame the last few days in the market compared to recently, for sure.
No, big time. The European markets, I think they made it all the way back. No, not really. The DAX, let's see, 98.08, well, back 50 points. The FTSE's the one you want to watch, folks. The reason I'm saying that, it hasn't been able to take out its highs, and look at how long it's been there. And it looks like it's going to make a run to take out its lows first. And that's going to be a big deal, because I think if that, what we're looking at, if you're in the car, folks, the FTSE's at 60.90. There's a lower swing point out here at 60.36. And if it took that out, that would tell me that the S&P is not going to be able to get to higher price. You know, just because, you know, when you go across here, it would be, it's been trying to take out the 61, or let's say 6,200 just to make it even for quite a while. That goes back to March 2nd.
Yes. We're coming into April.
Coming into April, well, we already got spring.
We do.
We get spring and we get a lot of pollen, folks.
We do.
Especially at Tommy's house.
Shovel it.
No doubt. As soon as we come back, we're going to go to our man Mike in Dallas, folks. Dow right now is down 37. NASDAQ is up 5. S&Ps are up down 3.5. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's go to Mike in Dallas. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
How you doing, Tom and Tommy?
Morning, Mike.
So I wanted to ask you what your thoughts might be on doing a news trade with Yellen using the NASDAQ. And I'm not asking for the numbers, but just your thinking.
What kind of trade would you be looking to do, Mike?
I'd probably be looking at a spread.
NASDAQ spread?
Yeah.
And would you do a daily? Do you do shorter than dailies, right, leading up like till, a 1 o'clock expiration, or would you do a daily? Or
I'm probably looking at doing the daily. It'll give me some time because you know how it works sometimes.
Sure, I do.
Go up and then go back down and go back up.
It's tough to be right within a 20-minute span sometimes, right? I mean, it is for sure.
Right.
I'm just pulling them up as we go here, Mike. I mean, that's definitely an opportunity. That's something I look for. And what to be aware of though is that, and I'm not sure of how today's event works. Whether is the speech out like you said, or is it not?
Right.
Because what's going to happen is that if the speech is not out, right, and nobody knows what's going to be said, there could be a lot of premium priced into some of those instruments, and so you might be paying more than you want to if you're going to make that trade. If not,
would you consider a straddle?
Well, here let's look at the what I would do first is that first you'd have to look at the aspect of if you're doing any type of news trade. I'd say at any time you want to look at are you bullish or bearish on the indice or the commodity that you're looking at, right? Then what you'd be using the news for is for an extension of that.
That's how I do it, for sure, yeah.
So, I mean, realistically, I think that, whatever she says is going to push the market higher. So I'm bullish on that aspect. Now, what I did this morning, Mike, is that I bought gold. And I did that in the aspect, I was buying it yesterday. Yesterday I lost on the deal. Today I'm winning on the deal. I like the level where this is laying out. But let's go look at the NASDAQ and see what's happening inside the NASDAQ.
One thing I'd say, so right now the NASDAQ is trading at almost about 4,400 on the dot, 43.99, 250.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
So one spread they have is the 43.90 to 44.30. You're towards the lower end, and that at least is nice. And that right now you'd be risking 143 for a max profit of 257, and you're only about 4.5 to 5 points away on the NASDAQ premium-wise. So if you are expecting a move,
that is pretty cool.
And you think that whole range of that spread's in play, then it's nice that if you get that move, and let's say you're directionally biased, towards the upside,
right? That
you only have to be successful much less than 50% of the time on that trade.
I like that trade,
and
particularly I like it because if we just go over, I'm just going to put the Bloomberg up just for a second, because if you see what happened with the NQs, even before the composite went positive, the NQs went positive, and that's what you're betting on.
That's what you're trading on.
I'm sorry?
That's what you're trading on.
Yeah. So, you can see that the NQs are coming right up right now to resistance. I like this trade, man. You could wait a little, because it just made 100% move for move. We've just moved from 33.
It would be nice if it came back. You could get some great risk reward on that spread.
You could.
And maybe even just look, depending on how far it pulls back, you could even drop down a spread or something like that.
Yeah.
That was the highest level spread that was available there.
Right.
Okay. Very good. Well, that gives me some ideas, and I do appreciate all your help all the time, Tom.
Okay, Mike.
Thank you very much.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Yeah, the real kicker there, too, is that let's go see if it, is the speech out, when it will come out. Let's see. Because what does happen is that normally if I do top on Bloomberg, when it does come out, bang, it'll be right there.
Sure.
And then if I do Fed, just to see what's... Right now, there's nothing there.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Inside of that. Here, look at this one. This is pretty cool. So with this, every day this is going down in April. What this is the amount of trades that are done in the Fed funds futures.
I got you.
As to, are they going to raise or not raise? And, what we're looking at here, folks, is that April is down to 4% now. And, before they come out last time, April was over 50%. Isn't that
cool.
wild?
That is.
Yeah. June is only at 32.
Yes.
Even
for sure.
So that's right. That's only one of 3 traders are saying, hey,
right.
July's at 44 now, and September's at 57.
It's interesting. It doesn't even go above 50% though until September.
Isn't that? Yeah, that's what I thought too, man. I was looking at this last night. I said, there's a lot of uncertainty, man. I mean, they're really not certain until coming all the way up to September. And man, there's so much that can happen between now and September. It's insane.
And even then, certainty. I mean, September, that's 57%. I mean, you're basically flipping lopsided coins all the way up until almost December.
Right. Right. And that's real money. And that's,
right. That's the market.
That's the bigger money.
Right.
That's the, the
it's
folks
not,
that
it's
are
not speculation. It's going off actual transactions.
Yes. Yeah. They're the ones that. I believe most of the people that are there are the banks that are closest to the Fed because of those repo rates and, basically overnight funding. That's what that's all about. Because
I was just going to jump to, if we could take a look at oil, because I know they're talking about it then, and it's down to $1.30 at least, with the new low of the day under 38. And this is a delay feed I think we're looking at here, so I think it's down even. We can pull it up on Nadex.
Pull up on Nadex. And don't forget, folks, on the Nadex platform, all these quotes are free. I mean, it's as good as you can get, because they're, if you're, in my case, because I'm tagged as a professional investor, no matter what
you have to pay
platform
so much
I go on, blows my mind.
Oh, and just as we pull this up, it got a nice 10-cent pop.
Right.
But that's quite a little.
It is.
Since 4 in the morning, it's down a whole buck and just like a straight line move.
You know what I thought was really cool, though? Is that even when it was down, the market wasn't getting that killed.
Yeah.
Yes,
definitely.
That was saying quite a bit to me. I says, you know what, man? The market wasn't getting smoked with oil down like that.
That's like interesting, pulling it back only till like March 15th, right?
Right. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's amazing just the, so now that's
basically the month of March.
Yeah.
Kind of in the middle of this. We'll see where this is quite a little area it's coming into, though. Right here, bouncing around. It's $38.
And you know what's happening is that if you believe the news that's coming out, people are optimistic that the economy is going forward. The consumer index came out this morning, and it was like big numbers. Things are okay. So it's really intriguing because we keep getting news on a continual basis, listening to the politicians that everything's bad.
Sure.
But those numbers this morning, I think, are pushing, they're saying, well, maybe in your community it's bad, in our community we're doing all right. It's not the stars, but you know what I mean? It's not devastation either. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Let's see where we're at here. The Dow is down 37, Nasdaq's up 10, S&Ps are down 2.5, and gold's going to try to get over this 1230. We'll be right back, folks.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Right now, Dow is down 37, Nasdaq's up 9, S&P's down 3. We have gold up 8.10. It's trying to push into this 12.30. It's at 12.30. This contract is. It's going to need more juice to get up and over it, but the way it's pushing right now is looking pretty good, actually.
And we're coming into Mr. Basil Chapman at 11 o'clock, right? And
yeah.
Why not give him a nice quick promo, because tomorrow night he's going to be on there 6 till 7:30, 90 minutes.
Amazing.
He's got his daily newsletter, the opening call, right on the front page. You can sign up, get 30 days free, pay nothing, attend tomorrow night's workshop, watch the archives, and get in there. You know, the workshop, he ties it into his newsletter, of course. You know,
right.
I mean, a lot of times we do these workshops, we talk about them leading up to it, but his daily newsletter is really where he's providing those trades, which is why his subscribers will end up staying with him.
You know what's so cool is that you gotta love the market, because, you know, like, you talk about this timely, and most of the time in the markets, folks, you are going against highs or lows, but this consolidation's been out here so long, we're going against the top of the consolidation. It's so big. It's a 3,000-point consolidation in the Dow, or a 300-point
in the S&P.
In the S&P.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're coming up to the top of it. And that's what Deb Basil's going to be talking about. So check it out at TFNN. You can subscribe to his newsletter for free, test drive it for a month. You get in tomorrow night, 6 to 7:30. And if you can't make it live, don't worry about it.
Yeah, because it's 90 minutes. You can watch it in portions. It'll be right on your members page.
All right. And as we, you know, come into the market tomorrow we got oil numbers, and then Thursday we have gas numbers.
I know. I get through Monday, Tuesday, and then we got news. It's nice having right
it
in the
really
middle
is,
of our
man.
morning show.
It really is. Volatility junkies, folks.
And we'll see with that natural gas. You know, as we come in, you know, that natural gas, that's been moving. I was looking at it even yesterday, because of course we were watching it, and you're looking for the bid, right?
Yeah.
I mean, coming off last week's report. Let's see where it's at today. I pulled it up last night.
Look at
yeah, 195. I mean, we were down. You know, this is
178.
This is a big move, right?
Yeah.
I was looking at it. I mean, that's a big move.
That's a huge move.
Yeah. I mean, when you talk about 178, that's up 16 cents off of something that was 178. You're talking about an 8% move on the week.
That's right.
Yeah.
And just so you know, folks, that is $1,600.
If you're trading in the futures, right?
Yeah, right.
You know, it's a big move. And it should be big money, because percentage-wise, it's a monumental move. It is, for sure.
Right. Pretty amazing.
So we'll see what happens.
Absolutely amazing. So we'll see where keep your eye on this dollar, too, because the dollar, folks, it's expanding, you know, a bit. We need more volume on the way down. It's going to be, the volatility is going to be out here, though. I can feel it in the marketplace right now. And people are basically I think, looking for something to say. Looking for her to say something. She could probably say nothing.
Yeah,
it just depends on how she says it.
I mean, it feels like it's probably going to be a nothing. You know, we're right to talk about it for sure, but it feels like it's probably going to be a nothing. And, you know, her job is to make sure that the market doesn't ever get surprises. That's literally, I mean, I remember going through, you know, that's one of the main things that the Fed wants is for the market to expect what's going to happen and not get surprised. And so the last thing the Fed chair ever wants to do is surprise the market with comments. So I'd be very shocked.
I wonder what school you go to find that out.
You should know.
Not you. No,
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's no such school, right? It's pretty amazing.
To find what out? What it
To be able to talk and basically
to have that type of mastery over. Well, that's why a select few.
That's why
make
she's
it
the Fed chair. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. With Basil's saying the school of Greenspan. That's a fact. Greenspan was like, that guy could yap all day long and say nothing. That was definitely the school of Greenspan.
That's what they want to do. And then they just make sure when they put out those written announcements, that's where everything is meticulous.
You gotta love it. You stay right there, folks. I'm Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. And then, of course, we got swim lessons, Steve Rhodes, Dave White, myself, and since it's a beautiful Tuesday, we got our man, Mr. Andy Heck.
You got it, man. Thanks, man.
Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.